My wife said to her mother his pathetic father needs round-the-clock care. Yet I'm drowning here. 20 years, and I'm a glorified maid with a joint account. He never respected my independence, while I gave her everything she desired. For 20 years, our marriage was built on total financial visibility, quantified down to the penny. I earned 5x her salary, but we shared everything. We were equals in transparency, if not in income. I believed in the quiet integrity of our bond. That bond shattered on December 8th, 2025. I was 7,000 miles away, agonizing over my father's critical condition, dialysis, limited mobility. I was exhausted, trying to manage the crisis while keeping tabs on Clara and the kids back in the US. A few days into my trip, anxiety prompted me to check the home security camera's audio feed. Clara hadn't answered my calls. What I heard wasn't distress. It was sheer, calculated malice. "It's a staged drama, mother. A show for sympathy," she hissed to her mill. "His pathetic father needs round-the-clock care, yet I'm drowning here. 20 years and I'm a glorified maid with a joint account. He never respected my independence." Then the wound reopened. Her mill confirmed her complicity, referencing the holiday trip last year. I'd apologized then, believing the lie that I had somehow slighted Clara and that her mother got the wrong end of the stick. The truth punched me. The mill's fury wasn't random. It was defense of Clara's fabricated narrative of control. I realized my life was based on an organized lie. I flew home immediately. I let Clara embrace me, claiming her hate was heat of the moment's stress. I pretended to forgive, but I am a finance man. I trust data, not emotion. My investigation was swift. I followed a tiny recurring expense logged as miscellaneous household. It led me to a secret brokerage account, opened in Clara's maiden name. It was funded by my withdrawals and by her family's supposed loan repayments, money that was never owed to me, but was simply laundered funds for her shadow ledger. She had secured $75,000, preparing for a financial exit, leveraging my father's suffering and my kindness against me. Revenge became a surgical strike. The shield. Over 3 days, I transferred 90% of our liquid assets into an irrevocable trust for our children's future, nomming myself sole executor. The assets were secured, beyond the reach of divorce settlement claims. The cut. I changed all account passwords, leaving her only enough cash for household basics. The trap. On Saturday, I hosted a makeup dinner for Clara and her mother. After dessert, I placed a red leather-bound book on the table, The Ledger of Lies. I opened it to the printouts of her secret account, the transcribed audio logs, and the emails with her mother detailing the full exit strategy. "You wanted independence, Clara," I said, my voice cold and steady. "And you wanted to prove I controlled you. You now have both. Nearly all marital assets are secured in a trust for the children. You have your independent $75,000 and a fair share of the remainder. You leveraged my trust. I secured the assets you tried to steal." I stood. "I am filing for divorce tomorrow. You are free, Clara, free to walk away with what you managed to hide. The life you built on my generosity is dissolved." I left them staring at the horrifying truth. The ego was hurt, but my integrity was saved, and my children were protected. I took my silence back. It should not have happened, but it did because